It appears that David Pastrnak will be a question mark Saturday, but regardless of his status, the Bruins are expecting to have some changes to the lineup. Boston head coach Bruce Cassidy confirmed as much Friday afternoon ahead of Bruins-Hurricanes Game 3, which is set for Saturday at noon ET. "We've thought it through. We had some guys go on the ice today," Cassidy said. "There's always a day-to-day bumps and bruises, so to sit here and tell us our lineup now may be inaccurate because of that, but we'll be making some changes at forward and defense. Again, some of that is to get some energy in the lineup and change the look of our forward group." So even Cassidy doesn't know exactly what his lineup will look like Saturday. But since we've got some time to kill until puck drop, let's kick around some possibilities. We'll do this exercise under the impression that Pastrnak isn't in, an assumption because of the early start time. ForwardsIdea One, Ritchie out, Par Lindholm inRitchie looked good in the round-robin game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but otherwise he's been underwhelming, to the point that his inability to close out plays or get where he needs to be has resulted in the opponent scoring. He seems to be a candidate to get bumped from the lineup, so in this situation Ritchie goes out, Kuraly moves to the third-line left wing and skates with Charlie Coyle and Karson Kuhlman, then Lindholm pivots Joakim Nordstrom and Chris Wagner. Idea 2, Karson Kuhlman out, Par Lindholm and Kulman got into Game 2 with Pastrnak out, but it's clear he's viewed as the 13th forward. Cassidy spent a lot of the early stages of training camp putting Ritchie, Coyle and Kuraly on a line together, so maybe he gives that a go in a game situation, with Lindholm taking over in Kuraly's usual fourth-line center role. More Bruins. Bruce Cassidy begins press conference with heartfelt message for Claude. JulienIdea 3. Ritchie out, Studnicka in. Let us first make abundantly clear this is a far-fetched idea. But if Cassidy really wants to get nuts, while also having each of his wingers playing on their strong side, he could give this a whirl. You put Studnicka on the first-line right wing in Pasternak's spot, while Anders Bjork drops back to the third-line left wing with Kulman on the right and Coyle between them. It would be a pretty hefty gamble, and if the youngsters don't have it then Boston's bench gets short real quick, but if nothing else that forward group would play with quite a bit of energy. Idea 4, Karson Kuhlman and Ritchie out, Studnicka and Par Lindholm in. So in this case you provide Coyle with the unenviable task of putting him with a pair of guys who never play together in Kuraly and Studnicka, while Bjork stays on the top line with Patrice, Bergeron and Brad Marchand. Lindholm then goes to the fourth line.